Hello everyone, we sound like the Drug Gamer here. Let's continue.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Edie got with like 97 when she died. Well, no, 93 when she died. Gregory. There we go. Gregory, he was... Yep, he was the baby. Dawn. And Gus. Divorce contract. Whoa, 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 whoa. One sec. No, no, no. Don't you put that down. I was reading that. Give me that. Sam Finch and Kay Collet. The petitioner was Kay and the respondent is Sam.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
What the? The duck's following. And the music?
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Bunch of ducks.
What his world was like.
Bonus ducks! Bonus ducks! Oh, I missed. Bonus ducks! Demonic ducks! Demonic ducks!
He reminded me so much of Calvin.
Demonic ducks!
Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy.
Do, 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 do. Do, do, do.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh no. Oh no.
So much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
He wanted to be a frog! Got flushed down the drain.
sure he's happy.
I don't want to go down there!
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That's what happened to the kid. Oh my god. All of you Mormons, kill us! Every last one of you fake scissors, kill him! What is that? Tinker Troy? I must be in the attic now. Gregory had a locker. A hat? This would be Dawn's. Dawn's is
I
clean.
can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
A poem for
A
Gus.
poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Heck.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Oh, this is cool.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Then we make Chris the bride. What am I supposed to do? Uh-oh. Oh, now I see. I couldn't see them before.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Fire!
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh, but this idiot. So, were we crushed by the totem?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I wish that.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
she never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
That was very rude of you, Gus. Raise flag. Breakfast, quiet time. Sweep and trash, mop, mow yard. Greg, be a baby! Jump rope, jumping jacks, push-ups, crunches. Run to mailbox and back. Wow. Where to now? Back we came? Or is there a new way forward I've yet to see? If I get lost, I'm just gonna likely cut the video. Skip part of it. Maybe stop recording. Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, that was a waste of time.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
The Holy Bible! I did not expect the Holy Bible of all things.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Maybe.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad,
Dawn
Sanjay.
Avenger. Yeah. 10 ways to teach critical thinking.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Shouldn't we grab this?
Lewis was born a year later.
Well, looks like they got married.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Lewis, mint, time, sage. So we all had our own.
And to see kids in the house again.
We had our own garden?
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Guess this explains why. Oh, they had a chopper in here! Oh, family history. Fact. So many books. Biology, world history. Yeah. So a bunch of this is going to be Dungeon Master. What the Dungeon Masters? That's not even where that goes! That's in the VZ! What? No, that's totally Dungeon Master! And Game On right next to it! Geography, biology. They didn't even bother setting this up right. Wow. Edith. Lewis. Rules.
But it didn't last.
Miss Finch. Great job. Scientific method. Observe, question, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, well, you're missing a step. It's repeat. You're missing repeat as a step.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Are we finally gonna find out what happened to him? Because if so, I'm missing 4 people. No, 3's right. I thought I was being... Let's get in. Milton knew about the secret passages. But who... Black and white? Whoa. Oh! Oh, that's handy!
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
The story's unfinished. So...
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
That's a bit anticlimactic. We found a
Mom
magic
spent months
paintbrush.
searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
So it wasn't even. Lewis got him the job.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Legalized marijuana. It was a drug addict, really. Oh. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Like, I think they combined 2 controllers. I think they combined the SNES controller with the PlayStation controller. Wow. Wonderland Turbo. Oh my god, it is. It is a mix of the SNES and the
Lewis and I spent a
PlayStation.
lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Here's his high school diploma. Locker contain. Dawn.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
I knew it.
Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to... wonder.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
And dragon
And things
corpses.
that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh my
I
god.
worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Don't.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Yes.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Ugh.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Follow me around, musicians! Follow me, slaves! Follow me, dancers! I
And
am
songs
your
for them to
god! So I'm never gonna give you up now!
He talked about starting a band.
Yeah!
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Colorblind of the screen.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election
like
for
this.
mayor.
Get an election for mayor. Make me your king! King Lewis of Marioville!
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
I need new
It
adventures!
became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Hello, city!
New Louis.
You're mine now! New Louisville! New
St. Louis.
Louisville! St. Louis!
He started drifting away from our reality.
I am your king!
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Exactly what.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept saying,
Ah! I don't even need to. Does
in
art
Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
beautiful prince?
beautiful prince.
It's so good to begin. Let's rejoice with the boys in the gay way. Away
The
for
prince
the
was on
count.
his own quest for...
The that you will find.
radiant rainbows.
Yeah, rainbows. Yeah. Oh no, I have to go through the rainbow. Yeah, rainbows. Yeah, oh.
He followed
Yeah.
the sound of his...
Electric guitar.
electric sitar.
Yeah, Bob.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Uh-oh. Careful now.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
I was throwing the fish out.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
It was good. I am so nervous!
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Oh no.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
No, it's not!
It was hard to argue with him.
Oh, thank God we're not cutting off my hand. Trippy. Is that supposed to be a Switch? Or like a Switch look like just another handheld? Either way, it's cool.
He began to forget the world we know.
Yes! I
I think
quite
it
like
pained
to
him
see
to
all the
remember
fish.
Lewis, the cannery worker.
Wait a minute. Where are the fishes going? Wait! We're gonna push
He
him,
began
aren't
to
we?
despise the man with a royal contempt.
Finch number 9. Dude, come on. Dude.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
I'm the golden crown king!
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Yeah! 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 Woo! Hey, Stone! Hey, John! Hey, Steven! How are you today? Hey, Emily! You always like that
Including the wise
tuba!
Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Yo, Colio! Give me some advice, dude! Molly. Wait. I can't go back. Was there other... the princess? Molly. We did have a cat named Molly, so... Nope.
His prince waited, holding his crown.
Xandar, how are you?
There was only one thing left to do.
Oh. Well, this is just one giant mutiny now, isn't it?
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
I just thought it was just gonna be his head they chopped off.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Well,
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
maybe.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Yeah. Edith, Mom. Lewis, Finch.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come
Edith.
sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Not yet. Not yet. I want to try to go back real quick. I'll see you guys when I get my answer. Never mind. 1, we hit time, and 2, I don't think I can actually go back. Might be able to, but if I missed it, I'll just do it in a post-game. Do bonus videos on what I missed, but don't think I missed anything. Not yet anyways. What if there's only one thing left to tell us? Likely I missed it. Bunch of soldiers. Joining the great something. Troll from the yard. Paper mache. Books, backpacks. We're at the top. Nothing above us. There's a feather.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sailed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Adventures.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Whoa, yeah.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
I bet.
I've seen that house every day of my life.
Really? That old house, huh?
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh, great.
I got turned around.
I can't see anything. Send help.
I started seeing things.
Deal. Hey, wait. Gaming logic. Follow the deal.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Like what? Bad.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Stove.
Or maybe I came back to them.
What the house? This looks familiar.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
What a
I
joke.
never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Did she go to the house?
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Wipe time!
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it.
Right, you're supposed to blow these out.
She started getting sick a lot.
Okay, never mind.
Pretty quickly. She got better for a while.
But
And then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
my God.
Until I found out about you.
Wait, what?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Well, Finch.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Maybe.
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
At least one of me in.
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Really?
But now I hope you'll never see it.
Well, too
I
late.
just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
That's who we are. I missed some stories. Dang it.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
There's us. Thanks, Ma. Giant Sparrow, you did amazing. Wait, for Shelby Dallas? Aww. Ian Dallas. Joshua Softe. Chalicia Hash. Brandon Marty. I'm gonna butcher these, I'm sorry. Chris Bell. Sam Duran. Michael Kwan. These are all kids. Evan Rogers. Gameplay program. Are these them when they were kids? Dan Hollingsworth. Oh, there's something else going on here. Milton. Thomas Huen. Sam Rosenthal. I'm sure this is when they were kids. Either way, this is still amazing. Jonathan Hamill. Sean Kawang. Johnny Lee. Thanks, John. I just got an achievement called Thanks, Johan. Croy Davis. Greg Pryor. Kristen Altamorian. Gus, Don, and Gregory all have the lights. Dan Volvo. Holly Rothrock. Michael Follick. Alvin Nelson. The toys that killed the baby! The murderers of destruction! Steve Green. Jeff Russo. My god. Honestly, I'm just gonna say this right now. Thanks to everyone that's on here. Seriously. This is a short game, but this was still an amazing game. Oh, and I wish I got everyone! Dang it! I missed two. Oh well. I tried. I tried to get Dawn, it just didn't let me. Jake Key. Tom Bazell. Megan Elson, you are awesome. I honestly want to look up about this game. Honestly, this game is simple. There's not much to it. If you want to know, I finished it the day I got this game. Playtesters. Look at all those playtesters! You guys are awesome! Genova Chen, Scarred for Life 2, Chad Cox, Sony Santa Monica. Loving memory of Louis Finch, the Edith Finch team, 2012 to 2017. The end. The replay story option is now available. I didn't get Dawn or Edith. Well, what the heck? Give me a second. Both of those are highlighted. Does this mean we did get them? We did. Ah! Do you just love it when everything doesn't register correctly?
All that's left now was to tell you about that last night.
So, yeah. We did it, guys. That was the remnants of Eddie Finch, also known as far as I can tell, she is our mother. Not sure if the curse really does exist or not. Guess that's still up in the air. But from how I see it, it still does, and sadly, Edith fell to it. I'm sure Dawn died of natural disasters. I don't think every Finch throughout history died through their, well, what they wanted. Died for their wish. But I honestly think it's safe to say that this was amazing. Honestly, I highly recommend you guys try it out for yourself. I know I basically finished it, but seriously, that was such good storytelling, especially since we still don't know if the curse is real or not. Or if it's like, they seriously just thought that the curse was real, so then incidents just kept on happening through that thought process. But no, I do believe in the curse of it. Because every single one of them got what they wanted. Eddie stayed with the house. She was able to go and visit her long house that sunk with Odin. And I'm pretty sure she went back to it on high tide to be with him. Dawn, Dawn is possibly the only one that didn't get her wish before she died. Considering that she wanted to run away from it. And although she tried, ultimately it failed, so I wonder if her death was that she accepted it. And then she wanted her to go there, and eventually she did. And then sometime after, and then when Edith got all of it, when Edith, I'm sorry, but just when Edith recalled everything, found out what happened to everyone, and basically got to this, as much of a secret as she could, and got to the end of it all. She wrote down her wish. She wanted to go and write down the story of everything in the family of the Finches for her child. And when we go through this, we are Edith. That is us going through it. But at the end, we see our child. We see the kid that got the book, got the remains of Edith. This is such a good game! I love it! Excellent storytelling. Awesome graphics. Not the best graphics I've ever seen, but they're still pretty. I still like it, and there's a lot of attention to detail. Even though they reuse a bunch of the same books. But, I know I'm having this be on longer, but just look at all that. It's a whole awesome. I am really happy. This is a great game. Anyways, that's enough of me just gushing about this. This is Sonic the Hedgehog Gamer. I hope you enjoyed just this amazing piece. Honestly, I am so happy I tried it out. I'm so happy I decided to play it. This is Sonic the Hedgehog Gamer. I hope you enjoyed the series of the remnants of Edith Finch. There we go. I don't know why that's so hard for me to get right. Anyways, I'll see all you guys when, as you guys may guess, I'm gonna go continue being stranded on an island, cause that is a long game. See you guys then.